Maybe I'll do it for your sake.
Yeah, leader, you know, do it, leader.
Yeah.
Leader.
I'll wait.
I'm in a kind of class.
And you someone who does not have many of book in a country.
It's very personal now. It's a kind of class.
All right, folks, we want to say a pleasant good afternoon from Monrovia. Welcome. This time around, we're live from Carey Street, downtown Monrovia. This place is known by many Liberians as the political capital. This place is always charged politically. This is where you find all of the young people gathering on a daily basis to discuss cross-section of national issues. And so today, we thought to bring our camera out here to speak of Liberians as far as some of the issues are concerned. And so, again, I want to say welcome. Those of you watching, share the video. Let's do it together from just wherever you are watching us this wonderful afternoon from Monrovia. It's a cool evening. It's not too hot. The breeze is blowing from all across. It's a very nice weather here today. I can tell you that for sure. It's a friendly weather, but don't get me wrong. And so I want to say welcome from just wherever you are watching. Share the video. Well, we want to talk to a cross-section of Liberians, like I told you earlier on some trending national issues, ranging from the current case involving Mr. Alexander Cummings and the CPP, as well as the government of Liberia. We want to talk about the issue of rape. We want to talk about corruption. We also want to talk about the current economic condition in our country as well. But we'll be talking to all of these people. You will hear them speak for themselves. And so welcome from just wherever you are. Let's do it together. My name is Theo Williams. Again, we're live from Carey Street, downtown Monrovia, folks. Let me just allow you to at least view parts of Carey Street on our camera this afternoon here in Monrovia. Let me try to flip so that you see exactly what it looks like in Monrovia, folks. This is Carey Street for you. Welcome. If you just joining us, share the video. We'll speak to Liberians very shortly. Scores of them are also waiting, to speak on all of those trending national issues in the country. But I just want you to have a clear glimpse of the Carey Street end of the country with downtown Monrovia, folks. This is Carey Street for you, downtown Monrovia. Share the video as you watch. Please share the video. Share the video as you watch. This is Carey Street, downtown Monrovia. This is Focus on Liberia online television. We're here again this time around from Carey Street in central Monrovia. We're about to speak to a cross-section of Liberians on scores of current national issues in the country, folks. And so we want you to please share the video as you watch from wherever you are. This is Carey Street. This is where all of the political issues are discussed on a daily basis. This place has two intellectual centers. One is Stampede. Am I correct? Stampede? Yeah, Stampede. And the other one is CO. CO is the Center for the Exchange of Intellectual Opinions. And so we're just between the two intellectual centers this afternoon. We'll talk to Liberians very shortly for you. Watch up from just wherever you are. Share the video. And let's do it together. My name is Theo Williams. And we're live from Carey Street, downtown Monrovia. Let me bring on the first person who is just before our camera this afternoon to speak. This man is no stranger. He's one of the tough talkers along this Carey Street area. He's Richard Asamwanti. This guy is from the densely populated township of West Point. Richard here, welcome to Focus on Liberia online television. How are you today?
Well, let me say thank you. And I think it's a pleasure to be on your online.
You want to be audible, please?
I said, I think it's a pleasure to be on your online, television platform.
Okay, Richard, tell us, what do you make of the case involving Mr. Alexander Cummins, who was sued by Bernard Ure for authoring the CPP framework document and forging his signature, or their signatures? The case is ongoing currently at the Monrovia City Court. I'm sure you've been following. Let's begin with you. Tell us, what's the take about the ongoing proceedings?
Well, first of all, when you talk about the Liberian jurisprudence, the issue that have to do with the case involving or including the Bernard Ure of the all Liberian political party and that of Mr. Alexander Bernard Kumi of the ANC. You know, under the Liberian jurisprudence, when you take a criminal case to the court, it means the state seize of that case because it's a criminal case. So automatically the government of Liberia is the prosecutor of the case. That is why you see the Solicitor General of the Republic of Liberia, Councillor Sima Serena Siko, as the chief prosecutor as we speak concerning the case involving the four political parties.
Richard, do you think Mr. Cummins did anything wrong, or you think it's just wish hunt against him?
Well, under our law, when you are accused, the burden lies on the accuser to prove beyond all reasonable doubt. But what we've been following, and as a political pundit or as an emerging political scientist, I believe that there's an issue. Because as we speak, we have 34 state witnesses, including the former Vice President, Honorable or Ambassador Joseph Nyeman Boaga, who just testified 3 to 4 days ago. At the court. So my brother, to say to you, indeed, the allegation, I think for what I'm deducing, the allegation, they have some substance.
All right.
In it. So what that is left with the prosecutor is to ensure that all of the state witnesses being in the case or paraded on the stand by the chief prosecutor, to appear as we speak. I think the Secretary General of the United Party today appeared at the court, Mo Ali, and he gave a side of the story. And per the story that I deduced or the case in question, we have 34 state witnesses. So if each of the witnesses will be taking 4 weeks, automatically Honorable Benedict Alexander Cummins will be in court until the time of the election. So I believe under Chapter 3 of the 1986 Constitution, specifically Article 21, Honorable Benedict Alexander Cummins will not be eligible to contest in next year's election.
You think it's going to impact the election next year?
Indeed. The impact is that Honorable Benedict Alexander Cummins will not be eligible to contest. And that's what I deduced from the case. I said to you as a political pundit or an emerging political scientist, by the Constitution of 1986, Chapter 3, Article 21, automatically Cummins will not be eligible to contest. Because from all standpoint and indication, I know that Honorable Alexander Benedict Cummins will be found guilty in the competent court of jurisdiction. And when he's guilty, automatically Article 21J of the 1986 Constitution will not permit him to be a candidate or to contest. So, to say this to you and the people alive or in the world, I know that this case is a serious case, and the case has the propensity of proclivity to stop Benedict Cummins from partaking in next year's election.
Richard Asawanti Kia, thank you very kindly for speaking with us. It's been a pleasure. Thank you very kindly.
Thank you.
Richard Kia is one of those guys always around here, providing his thought on issues of national concern, folks. And so we stay here. We want to speak to more and more Liberians regarding the ongoing CPP case. Before our camera is another gentleman, another Liberian. I want to say welcome. Welcome to Focus on Liberia Online Television. How are you today?
I'm fine. And you?
I'm okay. Tell us the name.
I'm the Kruma Kanaka.
Kanaka, welcome.
Yes, sir.
I'm sure you've been following the ongoing proceedings with the political leader of the Alternative National Congress, Mr. Alexander Benedict Cummins, and the CPP, Mr. Bernard Uri as well, of the case regarding the framework document, forgery, and signature forgery and all like that. Tell us, what do you make of the case?
Yeah, for me, first of all, I want to push forward my case concerning Kruma.
Please be audible.
Yeah, I want to push forward my own case concerning Kruma.
Go ahead, let's hear you.
Yeah, yesterday we were ANC recruitment, and they went at my community, and our recruited two applicants, my name, number, and since then I have now received my ID for ANC. So this is what I want to inform the Liberian people. If we don't want a political soldier or political struggle, then you need police in there, inform them, get to tower down, make sure, give administrator Kruma Kanaka this advocate. Because when we talk about election and you believe discriminatory in the midst of people, and in that case, how will you lead us?
Okay.
Yeah.
Let me hold you at that. Thank you. Your issue is with Mr. Cummins personally.
Oh, yeah.
But thank you, Kanaka. It was a pleasure speaking with you this afternoon.
Yeah, thank you.
Thank you. We stay here soliciting the views of Liberians regarding the ongoing CPP case. Before me is another gentleman. Welcome. You're live on Focus on Liberia Online Television. How are you today?
I'm good, and you?
Well, I'm doing perfect as well. And it's a pleasure having you on our television today.
I'm glad to be on your platform.
I'm sure you've been following all of the proceedings at the level of the lower court, the Monrovia State Court at the Temple of Justice, the case with the CPP and Mr. Alexander Cummins and the government of Liberia as well. What's the take? I'm sure you've been following.
Firstly, my name is Morris S. Gable. I'm going to know in Siogongano, the Brasso and the Makande.
Okay.
My take on the issues about the proceeding, the current proceeding at Monrovia Code A, the entire case is a political case.
Political.
It's very much political. Let me give you my view on this. Joshua is eligible the second term. The three political parties opted for one term for Joshua.
You think it's a wish hunt against Mr. Cummins?
I don't see it as a wish hunt.
Okay.
But I see it as a calculated attempt within and outside of the CPP to destroy the CPP, to maintain Joshua under his failed leadership. That is why I think about this entire case. Because I'm a witness to the United Conference Center collaboration under President Taylor. When that happens under President Taylor did extremely hard, well, to dislodge the collaboration. There's a similar case with the Kruma situation. If Kruma did wrong, somebody within the system will capitalize it and then allow the government to disassociate the three political parties. That is why it's proceeding at Kruma currently.
From the way the case is going, from your own perspective, what do you think? What do you envisage? How is it going to be like come 2023? Is it going to be against Mr. Cummins ahead of the elections?
I think it will be a minus for Mr. Cummins because the way they proceeded in the collaboration, I think he made some missteps, and that missteps is being used by the current government to disassociate these guys. So he should be taking blame. He should be coming out very early to apologize to the Liberian people who imposed a confidence in him.
You think Mr. Cummings did something wrong?
I think he did something wrong because you cannot be in an association document that should be in circulation. You kept it to yourself and submit it newly. I think when you get a submission, prior to that, you should come back to your police, let them approve of the amended version of it. That is why the current government is going to use against them to dislodge them, to disassociate them. That's why it's currently proceeding. And there will be no CPP, I can promise you.
Thank you very kindly. It was a pleasure speaking with you. Well, folks, we'll stay out there on Carey Street. We'll stay out there on Carey Street, downtown Monrovia, folks. This is Focus on Liberia online television. And of course, Theo Williams is my name. We are talking to cross-section of Liberians regarding the ongoing CPP case. Well, shortly we'll talk to another gentleman who's waiting to come on. Here he comes. This guy is no stranger. He's well known around this terrain. He's always here to partake when it comes to all of the training issues, be it politics, the economy, and the rest of it. He's Ishmael Delani. Welcome. How are you today?
Thank you so kindly. And I highly appreciate for me being on this podcast.
It's a pleasure seeing you, Ishmael. It's been a while. Where have you been?
Yeah, we have been around working on some things in terms of national issues, trying to make sure that everything is put into place.
Great. Ishmael, I'm sure you've been following this ongoing CPP case at the Temple of Justice. Today, Mo Ali, the Secretary General of the Unity Party, was on the witness stand. A couple of days ago was the political leader of the Unity Party, Mr. Joseph Human Bwaka. What do you make of the case so far, so good?
Honestly, from the look of things, in my mind, I'm at the strongest conviction that these are something that they themselves initiated. And at the time where they can no longer iron it in horse, it was upon those backdrop to brought it to the court. And in as much that this issue having to do with the court, I think the court is ongoing a referral procedure, like Joseph Human Bwaka took the witness stand, like he said, Mo Ali also are done the same. So in cases like this, we understand that because they have to do with legal aspect, that have to do with their own laws. And perhaps in as much this have to do with their law, it's good enough that the law takes its course. So the process of which they are ongoing, I think is fair enough, and there is need they should continue with it so that the court can come up with a final say on this.
You think Mr. Cummings did something wrong?
Well, I don't want to believe that because I'm not a lawyer. And as a matter of fact, you know, there's something people always try to mix. I can still recall when there was a serious hulu-balu at the CPP. There was a time where they invited lawyers from those four collaborating parties to come and represent and try to look in the case and see whether if the Finwell document was harmful or not. And those lawyers came out with their findings. They said that as for the look of things, all other accusement on Alexander Cummings is highly political. And for that, the political aspect, they don't want to speak to that. And I think they went through that procedure, but those collaborating parties was not addressed fully. It didn't reach up to their expectation. It was upon those backdrop. The ALP took the ANC to court. Like the process is still ongoing. And he has other constituent parties is going there to bear witness on that.
Ishmael, let me ask you quickly, from your own opinion, how is this case going to impact the upcoming elections?
Honestly, for me, the first thing I would say that this case is going to test the judicial system.
Okay.
This case, we are going to know whether if our judicial system is still strong or why some of these things need to be applied. The next thing is that this case is also going to know as to what of those individuals who want to unseat President Weah, how sincere they are, how logical they are, what is the fairness to bring into the discourse. So I think it's something highly logical. It's something that the court should take. The court should take serious stand on that because like when people is following this keenly, and I think for one to notice that such an act will occur, like the finger on the finger document, or one person lie on another person, certainly that will raise a serious eyebrow for those who are living or for those who are in the opposition camp.
What do you make of the stance of the Chief Prosecutor, Solicitor General Counsellor Simon Serena Seafors, as far as this case is concerned, Ishmael?
Yeah, for me, I don't know, but someone, other people say that Serena Seaton trying to play that kind of a double standard game. But for me, I look at it to be like, to say, Serena Seaton trying to play a role in making sure that those witnesses can provide the necessary information. So he will not create that kind of angry atmosphere between he and the witnesses. No. So most often you see he and the witnesses in good terms, in good rapport, and taking some photos and other things. Because he needs the actual information so that the public can consume it. So that come to the city, we can know the step we are going to take. Because mind you, those people are coming to us telling us that we should elect them. President Weah is not the one should be re-elected. Oh yeah, they said it to us. President Weah should not be the one to be re-elected. We should elect them. But then, up to now, or at that time when they were collaborating, they haven't decided as to who will go out ahead of the ticket until we hear about the thing we're doing, their thing we're document being fingered. So that tells you how insincere they are, and there is more clarity that Liberian people need. That have to do with the Supreme Court. When the Supreme Court has to come out with that, I think the Liberian people will have sufficient information so that when they go to the ballot, come to the city, they will know who to vote for.
Finally, Ishmael, Councillor Sima Serena Sifos noted today at the grounds of the Temple of Justice that this case is now before the ECOWAS court. You think it's in the right direction?
Well, honestly, I know that the function of the ECOWAS court is a human rights court.
Okay.
So this case has to do with law. It has to do with constitution because that was their own law they crafted. So going to ECOWAS court, going to ECOWAS court, honestly, I rather wish to see how the case goes because I'm very sure that the sole purpose of the ECOWAS court is human rights court. It's human rights court. So for that aspect, it has nothing to do with human rights. That's something that has to do with constitution. It was their own constitution they crafted, and upon those background, one fee dissatisfied, that's why he take one to court. So I think that going to the ECOWAS court, I really wish to see how we end when we go to the ECOWAS court. But I'm very sure that come to 2023 to conclude on this note. I'm very sure that come to 2023, as per what we are seeing in Liberia, in terms of the mini development that the president is calling into the President Weah, and based upon some of those recommendations that he's supposed to take and to make things go further, or make things look okay. If President Weah continue on this trial, definitely President Weah will be re-elected. Because mind you, those guys will be in the court. They will be in the court when the election process will be ongoing. Because mind you, court process is not an event. It is a process. It is not a one thing that is an event. I think you are living utopia. Which of course, a logical man would not think so.
Thank you, Ishmael.
So
Thank you.
I'm very sure that President Weah will be re-elected as those guys try to settle that court dispute. Thank you so kindly.
Thank you. Thank you very kindly, Ishmael Jamel Delani there speaking with us. Folks, if you're just joining us, I'd love to say welcome. This is Focus on Liberia online television. And of course, my name is Theo Williams. We live from Carey Street, downtown Monrovia. This place is believed to be the political capital of Liberia, folks, where you find schools of intellectuals who will converge on a daily basis to crisscross on issues of national concern. Before me is another gentleman who wants to lend his thought on the current issue on our discussion. Welcome, how are you? Thanks for joining us. Tell us the name.
I am Rufus, hail from District number 8, Monrovia County.
Rufus, how are you today?
I'm okay and great.
Thank you. I'm sure you've been following the ongoing proceedings legally at the Temple of Justice, the case involving the CPP, Alexander Cummings, and the government of Liberia. What's the take?
My take is that as citizens, we all should remain patient.
Okay.
As the guys at the judiciary go through the case to have it adjudicated.
Okay.
Because when the case is in court, you can't prejudice while it's already in court. Okay? And someone who goes to court wants for the right thing to be done.
Okay.
Then to sit in the back, fight one another, and carry on some mayhems and other things. So I think it's the right procedures as the ALP took the matter to court. Because the issue of fingering documents is so grave. Okay, these guys are fighting over state power. They want to be like the Kruma want to be president of Liberia, along with the other guys. So the issue about fingering documents is a forgery. So taking it to court, I think, is the best way forward.
Let me ask you, how is this case going to impact the upcoming elections, in your own opinion?
For me, the impact the case will have, it will make people to have a clearer picture as to how individuals look like. What are being entrenched in individuals. Okay. Let's take for typical example, is Kruma having to be victimized by the case in court. Okay? There's a law and there might be a law probably that might prevent him from running. But if he is being put into the race, people will clearly know that this guy had a black pin on his finger. So it will have some impact on him, some negative impact on him. Okay? So the case will set the page for people to know who is saying the truth and who is not saying the truth.
But do you think Mr. Cummings did something wrong?
Until the court can come up finally.
Okay.
But the issue, as I earlier indicated, the issue about forgery is so grave that we all need to take it serious in our country.
Certainly.
Because, I mean, it's something that has to do with criminal record.
Sure, we're all watching to see how it's going to play out in the final analysis. But thank you very kindly for speaking with us. It's been a pleasure. Your name again?
I'm Rufus, aspiring District number 8, Monrovia County.
I wish you were. You think you can see Akara's grave?
Oh, I mean, Akara's grave is on his way out. He's on his way out because he held the people of District number 8 in total captivity. Okay, as comparing to Pharaoh those days. So this is why sometimes on radio and on most of those media outlets I call him Pharaoh. The number time Pharaoh of District number 8. Okay, he had desecrated that place. Akara's grave having to be a serious embarrassment to the people of District number 8. Yeah, Mama Liberia alive.
Quickly, what are some of those things you bring on the table that you think will make you best suited for the position?
We are bringing the issue of education on the table after our country emerged from a 14-year crisis. We know the issue of education is so dedicated in our country. We're following that. As we've been saying, we will lobby with our police to be able to impact the educational budget, to tap it a little higher so that the massive green dream that we face in the country can be adhered to.
Thank you. Thank you. That will be another discussion for another day. Thank you very kindly. It's been a pleasure speaking with you this wonderful Tuesday afternoon. Folks, this is Focus on Liberia online television. We're live from Carey Street, downtown Monrovia. We're here to speak to Liberians on the current CPP case that is before the Monrovia City Court at the Temple of Justice in Monrovia. Folks, somebody said, why can't you bring some of the ladies on the camera? Well, it's out to them. We hope the ladies will come to speak to us very shortly as we continue this live feed from Carey Street, downtown Monrovia. And so welcome if you're just joining us. And from wherever you are watching, we want to share the video so that others can have the chance to see what is happening here today. I want to say welcome, share the video, share this live video so that others can see what is happening here today. We're talking to scores of Liberians regarding the current CPP case that is before the court. We want to know what is what. We want to hear from Liberians as far as this case is concerned. Today, like you heard me mention, the Unity Party Secretary General in presence of Muhammad Ali took the witness stand on today, and it was a wonderful section of our cross-examination today. And tomorrow, perhaps, he might return to the court from what I'm understanding. And following that, we have other witnesses coming to take the stand to testify. I will just right opposite one of the intellectual centers here on Carey Street as we talk to scores of Liberians here today on regarding the ongoing CPP case. Welcome, share the video, share this live video so that Liberians can see exactly what's happening, those Liberians who are in other parts of the world, so that they know exactly what's happening here today. Please share the video. Share the video as much as they can so that others can come up to see what's happening here today. Welcome from just wherever you are. This is Carey Street, downtown Monrovia. My back is turned to the Center for the Exchange of Intellectual Opinions. Their headquarters is just at my back, and I'm facing directly towards CPP. CPP is the Center for the Promotion of Intellectual Development. Here you find the young, the old, middle age coming to discuss all of those trending national issues in the country. And so today we thought to take our camera out here to speak to Liberians regarding the current CPP case at the Monrovia City Court. And so as the guy come on, we bring them before the camera and speak to them one by one so that you hear their own perspective on the issue regarding the CPP case. Welcome once again. My name is Theo Williams. Share the video. Let me try to flip the camera for you so that you see Carey Street for yourself. Some of you haven't seen Carey Street for a long while from wherever you are watching. Welcome. This is Carey Street for you. This is Carey Street for you. I'm just right here making sure, to allow you to have a clear glance of Carey Street, downtown Monrovia, folks. We'll do this frequently in the coming weeks, in the coming days. We'll go out, we'll take our camera out to sample the views of Liberians on cross-section of national issues. Today we want to put a spotlight on the issue of the case involving the CPP. And so we're out here today on Carey Street talking to Liberians. This is Carey Street for you, folks. Let me try to move a little bit. I'm trying to cross on the other hand of the road. I'm going towards CPP. CPP, like I told you, is the Center for the Promotion of Intellectual Development. It's just opposite the Center for the Exchange of Intellectual Opinions, CEO, all on Carey Street, downtown Monrovia, folks. Let me talk to some of the guys right before CPP this afternoon. Welcome. Share the video. I'm trying to make my way across the other side of the road. But keep watching. As you watch, share the video, folks. As you watch, share the video so that others can have the opportunity to see what's happening in downtown Monrovia on today. If you're just joining us, I'd love to say welcome. You're watching Focus on Liberia online television. Now I'm out for the shake. I'm trying to cross to the other side of the road. I'm just right before CPP. As you can see there, CPP is the Center for the Promotion of Intellectual Development. And we have calls of comrades out here today. Gentlemen, how you doing? Welcome. Okay. I'm trying to position and I try to get the consent of the guys, to bring them on our camera. I'm trying to get the consent of the guys to bring them on our camera. So just hold on, keep watching. As you watch, share the video as well. Share the video. just managed to talk to the guys here at CPP to have the consent. So very shortly we'll speak to some of the guys here at the intellectual center called CPP. Yes, they have consented to speak to Focus on Liberia. Here comes one of the gentlemen who is posted here at CPP. Welcome, how are you? Thanks for joining us. My name is Theo Williams. What is yours?
I'm Ansu Bamba.
All right, Bamba, welcome.
Thank you.
How are you today?
I'm good.
Bamba, you've been following the ongoing CPP case as far as it's concerned. Today, as you may know, the Secretary General of the Unity Party, Mo Ali, was on the witness stand to testify today. There was some cross-examination regarding the case. But from what you've been following, give us your own perspective. What do you think?
Well, as a law-abiding citizen, I believe in the law, and I believe that the law will take its course. And where the case is now is in the hands of the court. The court will come out with a final decision, and then we can see it from there.
You think Mr. Cummins did something wrong?
Well, I'm not in that capacity to say that, but the law will prevail, because if it is true, what the information that is circulating that Cummins fingered the framework document, if it is true, the court will prove it. And in my mind, the case is very easy. If Cummins knew that he did not finger this document, personally, he should have bring the copy of this document, the original copy of this document, to the public, that the people lie on him that have framed this document or have achieved something in this framework document.
Okay.
This is the original copy. So let the court decide, or let the court tell the public which phrase or which article in the Constitution, the framework document that you changed. But then Mr. Cummins refused to bring the original copy of this document. This is the reason the case has reached this far. This is the reason the case has reached this far. And in my mind, when the court first summoned Ambassador Joseph Lima Bwaka, it took time for the Bible to appear. Then the same ANC people, with the same Liberty Party people, some of them, they started going up and down saying that Joseph Bwaka can appear in court because he knows he lied on Cummins, Honorable Alexander Cummins, so he don't want to appear in court and swear on the oath.
Okay.
Now Joseph Bwaka appear in court now, they sing it different too. That all the was not to appear in court, you want to unseat this George Weah government, they see George Weah government to prosecute one of their own. And we cry for war crime court. That clearly shows that few of the CPP members, they are crying for war crime court, they are not sure of it. Because if you want for war crime court to come to Liberia, then your constitutional former vice president appear in court to testify if the court summon him. Who is he to say no? He forced to appear in front of the court because it's a constitutional mandate. So if he appear to court and testify, then you come in that Joseph Lima Bwaka testify against one of his own, against the government that he want to unseat. The government got nothing to do with this.
From your own opinion, from your own opinion, how do you think this case will impact the upcoming elections?
It got a lot of impact on it. Yeah. First of all, I want to applaud the government for the role they play. I want to applaud the Solicitor General for the role he played, and making sure to bring every evidence to fact, and making sure to publish every evidence that he will get in the court. And then this is a good process because it shows record that this government means well. It shows that the Solicitor General, which is Serena Siva, is working under the confines of the law.
Thank you. You say your name again?
I'm Ansu Bamba.
Ansu Bamba, it was a pleasure having you on Focus on Liberia online television.
Thank you.
Hope to talk to you some other day.
No problem.
Thank you, Bamba. Thank you.
Okay, thank you.
All right, folks, keep watching. Focus on Liberia online television. Here comes another gentleman, smartly dressed up. Welcome. How are you? Thanks for joining us.
Thank you very much, Mr. Williams. I'm Success Clarence Clay.
Clay, how are you today?
I'm okay.
I'm sure you've been following the CPP case that is ongoing.
Yeah.
Let's know from you from your own perspective. What do you make of the case? What do you think?
Okay, thank you very much. It's a pleasure to be on your network. The entire issue of the CPP case from the inception to now, I see it as a disservice to the Liberian people.
Disservice?
Yeah.
Why?
They are not demonstrating responsibility and maturity as it relates to putting themselves together as opposition community. For the fact that grown-up men, our politicians, can come together and say we want to form a bloc to fight ills in society and to fight the regime to take them from power, because there are a number of things, a series of things that are going the way it's supposed to go. And looking at where they started, how they started, and today where they are ended, I think that is why I refer to that as being a great, a great service to the Liberians.
But Clarence, do you think Mr. Cummings did something wrong?
The entire issues of from the Genesis to today, I don't want to put a square peg in a round hole. I don't want to put a blame on anybody. Mr. Cummings from the inception, I said you are not doing anything wrong. The issue has been a document being tampered with. But when you look at the case, when you enter the court, you understand that politicians have been telling us that the document that went to net is different from the signature part of it. That is where my confusion lies. If you compile a document, and this document take you to elections and produce candidate, and later on you get to know that the signature aspect of the document it is now your signature. I'm confused. When you sign a document, when you sign paper, and you sign up to a particular document, the issue of your signature to that document, it makes it legitimate. So someone is telling us that the document that was signed, the signature that was used, that cover page, and the one that was taken to the net, they just photocopy the cover page and put it on. Wow, are you kidding me?
Clarence, before I let you go, finally, how is this case going to impact the upcoming elections, in your own opinion?
For now, this case is going to give the ruling party a chance to get whatsoever support that is needed, because the Liberian people has a great determination. As the CPP, at the time they were holding together, the Liberian people hope to remove the government from power was so hard. But looking at the CPP, anyone in court, Ambassador Joseph Baker going to testify, the other person going to testify, and give one another, you're fighting one another. My brother, they have dashed our hope in a favor. And so this case will serve as a blockade to whatever force are supposed to be going against this government.
Thank you, Clarence.
Thank you,
it was a wonderful time having you on our television this afternoon.
Thank you very much.
Clarence Clay, a Liberian, there speaking to the ongoing CPP case. Welcome, folks, if you're just joining us. My name is Theo Williams, and this is Focus on Liberia online television. From wherever you are joining us, the pleasure is mine to say welcome. Another gentleman is just right before our camera. How are you today? Thanks for joining us.
Thank you very much.
You have to please be audible. How are you today?
I'm okay.
I'm sure you've been following the ongoing CPP case. What is your position? How do you see it?
Well, I think for me, the ANC, we have to accept the fact, because we are discussing politics. And
Okay.
I keep hearing them saying that they forwarded the document to WhatsApp. And logically, we cannot be discussing a legal document that should bound parties together and you talk about forwarding to WhatsApp. So that was an error on the part. So they need to accept the reality, and so that the opposition community can move forward.
You think Mr. Cummings did something wrong?
Well, I think so, because from the way the narrative is going,
Okay.
it clearly suggests that something went wrong. Yeah.
And how do you think this will impact the upcoming elections, in your own opinion?
Well, it may have some level of impact, looking at our society and the way in which Liberians make decisions. I don't think that, because Liberians actually vote based on who they want. Yes, so with Cummings, without Cummings, with Baga supporting Cummings or not, the Liberian people mind are already made up and know who actually they are going to vote for. If possible, they vote for Georgia to personal system.
Okay.
It's possible they select Joseph Waka or police. I don't think the election decision will be based on this case. But we are looking at people based on how they serve the nation and the character they have. Not which political party they belong to.
Thank you. You say your name again?
I'm Frank Carey.
Carey, it was a pleasure having you on this afternoon. Thank you very kindly.
Thank you.
Well, you're still watching Focus on Liberia online television. We're here at the Intellectual Center, downtown Monrovia, Carey Street to be precise. We're talking to scores of Liberians regarding the ongoing CPP case. We thought to bring our camera out here today to hear Liberians speak to the ongoing CPP case. We'll do this as frequent as we can. We'll also allow Liberians to have their say on other issues. In the coming days, in the coming weeks, we'll cut across as much as we can to have you adequately informed. So rest assured, you can go to bed on this. Focus on Liberia is here to have you informed adequately. We go places where others can afford to reach. We're here to dig behind the news. And so relax. We'll do everything humanly possible to have you updated. Well, we stay here on Carey Street, downtown Monrovia, speaking to scores of Liberians regarding the ongoing CPP case. We will speak to as many Liberians we can speak to regarding this case. I'm still here at Stampede, and very shortly I'll be going across to speak to some guys at CEO. CEO is the Center for the Exchange of Intellectual Opinions. CEO is also on Carey Street. But this is Carey Street for you folks. I want you to have a clear glance of Carey Street, downtown Monrovia. As you watch, share the video. As you watch, please share the video. This is Carey Street for you. Carey Street, downtown Monrovia. This is Carey Street, downtown Monrovia, folks. Please share the video. Share the video as much as you can. Please share the video. This is Monrovia, Liberia, folks. This is Monrovia, Liberia, Carey Street. We're downtown Monrovia today. I'm still trying to allow you to have a clear glance of Carey Street in Monrovia. I'm trying not to flip across the other end again. That's the CEO end of Carey Street. Maybe I need to go to CEO. I need to go to CEO, folks, and shout to the guy from CEO. I think I should enter and speak with the Liberians who are there. This is Carey Street I'm trying to make my way down to Theo. Let me cross on the other side of the road. Let me cross. I'm moving on to Theo. Hey, Becky.
Hey, focus on the vehicle.
What is happening?
Share the video. This is Focus on Liberia. Let me move to Theo. I'm trying to make my way in at Theo. Never mind for the chicken. And of course, this is Theo, the Center for the Exchange of Intellectual Opinions. This is Theo. The guys are seated. There is a discussion ongoing. I don't know what are they discussing, but I'm here hoping that I can talk to scores of Liberians regarding what we're talking about today.
Oh yeah.
This is Theo on Carey Street. This is Theo on Carey Street, downtown Monrovia. And Liberians are here, young intellectuals. Here they converge each and every day to lend their thoughts on issues of paramount concern. This is where they exchange their intellectual muscles on a daily basis. This is Theo for you folks, the Center for the Exchange of Intellectual Opinions. Welcome. Please share the video. I want to see what I can speak to a few persons here before calling it a day. I'm hoping to talk to a few individuals here, a few intellectuals before we wrap up today. The guys are in a serious discussion, folks. I'm trying to see what I can talk to a few persons here, but it seems not possible. It seems not possible. I'm trying to actually cut across and have a few persons come on our camera. I'm trying to make that happen. Just relax, rest assured. I'm trying to speak to a few persons. Here comes one of the top talkers at CEO. He's Kruma. Kruma, never mind, but I'm here today to speak to Liberians regarding the ongoing CPP case. And I want to have your thought on the ongoing CPP case as far as it's concerned. Let me hear you, Kruma. First of all, how are you today?
I'm fine. And by introduction, as you rightly call my name, I'm Alfred Momo Kanaka Kruma. With respect to the CPP case at the court, I think that's a topic, right?
Yeah.
My own opinion on that is that the CPP, the quote-unquote CPP, they are not serious.
They're not serious? You said they're not serious?
Yeah, they are not serious.
What do you mean by that?
Because you have a national enemy, a national disaster enemy for the whole country. That having to be Monrovia. And that I know to myself, or I strongly believe that what I anticipated was that Yuri and Wagai should amalgamate their forces and see how best they can get rid of Kumi so-called CPP and go outside there and find another alternative for the Liberian people. But instead taking Kumi to court, who are you taking to who court? You're going to Obon court. Obon is against your existence. Obon want to destroy you. Obon are deployed to destroy you. Then you go to the same court. Who is the lawyer for the CPP? Okay. Obon, they want to tell them. So this is what they are not civil. So they're not civil. You think in your rival match, so they're not civil can make any sound big up, defense in that case. They're scheming on the CPP, on the quote-unquote CPP or vision. That is the new way in the back. So in my mind, they are not serious. Because what I thought, they want to forget about Kumi. Kumi has become a bad boy.
But let me ask you, Mr. Kruma, you think Mr. Cummins did something wrong?
Huh?
You think Mr. Cummins did something wrong?
Kumi, no, let me be bold to the Liberian people. For me, I'm not a schemer. I'm not afraid of anybody.
Yeah.
If I die, Kumi is a criminal. Kumi is a natural born criminal.
You don't think that is too strong?
He was brought here by Madam Salim to destroy opposition.
You don't think that is too strong?
And that's too strong. That's a natural, that's a fight. That's a natural fight. We're not going to run away from the fight, sir. You understand? So, what I knew very well that Kumi was brought by enemy to destroy him. Then he went to collaboration with the same kind of person. Was he not thinking? So the old man sometimes, as a diplomat, sometimes he appear or behave as somebody who are not living in the diplomatic circle. So for that reason, I accept that maybe, but we should smooth it for them because now the show has been dropped. The project has been dropped on them by somebody. Councillor Gongo is now taking the mantle of authority. He is the best alternative for the admin people come to 2023.
What does this case mean for the opposition as we move forward to the election?
As we move forward, my only advice to the opposition plan. The so-called CDC-led government, they are silent in recruitment, they are recruited almost thousands of them militant to get you opposition and follow up. So I just listened to the local representative who was trying to do something to protect the opposition bloc. But I heard that the New Party, the Society Committee, they sent themselves for a statement he made, which is an embarrassment for them. Because for me, that guy was not making any statement wrong. The representative of the local country, you are not making no statement. You are in that interest. So my only advice to the opposition camp is to come together as one, one common front to get rid of the tyrant over us that is referred to as Monrovia. Or else, if they can't come to that senses to mark and forces to come under one umbrella as an opposition bloc to defeat Opon. When Opon shall ascend for the second time, I tell you for me, Wagai, Yure, Gongo, whosoever they are in the opposition bloc, Opon will kill all of them. Opon will kill all, and nothing will come out of it. The guys are ready to kill them. They are killing already.
Thank you.
The CDC, the Opon, the whosoever, they are killing innocent people on the daily basis.
Thank you. That is a grave allegation. Let's leave it at that.
We can prove it in court.
Thank you. It was a pleasure speaking with you. Thank you very kindly. Welcome, folks. This is Focus on Liberia Online Television. Theo Williams is my name. And today we thought to bring our camera out here to solicit the views of Liberians regarding the ongoing CPP case. Currently, as I speak to you, I'm in the thick of things. I'm here at CEO. CEO is the center for the exchange of intellectual opinions. Before me is another gentleman. Welcome. Tell us the name.
My name is Abel King.
Welcome,
member
Abel.
of CEO.
How are you today?
Well, I'm doing great in my valley. But I'm so concerned about the country at all.
What's about the country? What's the concern about the country?
Well, things not normal. For us here, things not normal. Yeah, like I always say to my friends, I said in Liberia, young men like us, some people classify us to be lazy person. But no lazy men will leave their horse. Sometimes people don't have nothing to do but they come. Here, I need to exchange. Sometimes people compare notes. But it will not be the constant habit always that people, is just depending on people to compare notes. If there's this bad leadership, may some of us to be like this, or some of our friends to be like this.
Okay, Ibe, let's get to the real issue now.
Yeah.
I'm sure you've been following the ongoing case with the CPP at the court. Let's know from you, what's the understanding about the case? What do you think?
I'm a member of the CPP. Full member of the CPP. I was with ALP until 2017. But since after the election, I declined some based on my business schedule. But I'll stay with party. But for now, we're discussing Liberia. For the CPP issue, it will not be a good thing for you that really to leave country or to take responsibility for you to just be dangling all the time you in the news. No. For negative things, no. The CPP collected ideas that came together. Everybody have different ideas. Everybody get together and say, okay, let's be united and at least the country will be alright. Because how will you go to election? You small country get 25 party, 30 party.
Ada King, where are you driving? 30
party. Excuse me, I come in street.
Okay.
So it will not be correct. So when the CPP came together, things was normal. We went for the first election, everything okay, but there are some people within the CPP that are trying to destroy the CPP.
Who are those people?
Okay. Number one, I will always blame Musa Belete and Alexander Kumi. And reason being is that even when Joseph Boaka even becoming a standard bearer for Unity Party, he never rushed. He cooled his time until he was to vice to President Eli. You yourself know he spent more than 40 years in government. He did coming step by step until today. He said he won't become president in 2017 and he was beaten by George Weah. So we expect for Alexander Kumi or those that play within the CPP to do the same. But let me tell you, you should have your motive or your grievances or your ambition when you want to become leader. Because it's not everything because you have money, you work for Coca-Cola, all the time you work for Coca-Cola, he will not eat the paper.
Let me ask you, Abel, what does this case mean? Let me ask you.
Now, he need eat the paper for criminal.
Let me ask you,
so
Abel.
you have to take time.
What does this case mean for the opposition bloc as we approach the election 2023?
It seems to be good, and let me tell you, we have those that had a political capital, then we have those that had a political money. But let me tell you, in Liberia, those that have political capital, the financial capital, people can overshadow those that have the political capital. Joseph Boaka have this, Yobli Gaga have this, even Senator, they don't have this. So those that have that base are being here, and one thing about Liberian people, when they ready to vote, you can just come from up, you win.
Okay.
Those that were here doing the work, those that being here, those that know our situation, no matter the condition, that those we want for them to be our president.
Thank you. Thank you.
The CPP case in the court, I advise Alexander Kumi and other people to come and see reasons so that everybody can be together. We fought 14 years war. We fought 14-year war, and all the things that drive to the war is confusion. The other one, the corruption. Other thing, no, we want for the CPP to go in that direction.
Okay.
So yeah, the CPP goes.
Thank you.
Together.
Thank you very kindly, Ada King, here at the Center for the Exchange of Intellectual Opinions, CEO. Our camera is still out here today. We crisscrossing the views of Liberians. Let me try to move in swiftly. This is CEO for you folks. This is where the guys will come each and every day, converge and discuss issues of paramount concern. This is CEO. CEO is the Center for the Exchange of Intellectual Opinions. Just have a view of CEO, folks. A few minutes ago, the guys were here discussing some hardcore political issues. It has come to an end. But I see a few guys around the table. Most of these guys are my good friends. Gentlemen, how you doing? Welcome. Emmanuel Robinson, how are you today? All right, this is CO. CO is the Center for the Exchange of Intellectual Opinions, Carey Street, downtown Monrovia. This is the Intellectual Center. This is where the guys will always converge each and every day to crisscross on all of the issues in the country. And so today we're out here talking to scores of Liberians, young intellectuals, on the current case involving the CPP and the government of Liberia. Maybe, gentlemen, you want to weigh in a few minutes? Let me talk to a few of you guys. Let me talk to a few of you guys regarding the ongoing CPP case. Let me get your thought very quickly as we conclude. Welcome, how are you? Thanks for joining us.
Thank you very much.
Tell us the name, please.
I'm James Momo Jaliba, student of the University.
Welcome, Jaliba. It's a pleasure having you on our network today. I'm sure you've been following up on the current CPP case that is before the court. What is your understanding about that case?
Yeah, from what I've observed over time and what is being demonstrated, witnesses giving their own view as to what has happened concerning the document. I think there was a foul play in the process.
Foul play?
Yeah.
On the part of whom?
Because from what was testified and what was presented by the National Election Commission, there was a document being received on July 10th. Then another set of documents telling us that the document was notarized on July 14th. That shows that there was a lot of inconsistency. Because while we understand, that being a student of law, but there were legal documents, it's being tampered with, changing name, whether there were minor changes, that shows that something has happened. And once it was unknown to the other people, then it was not clandestine.
You think Mr. Cummins did something wrong?
Oh, sure. Because that happened when Mr. Cummins was chairperson of the CEO at the time, and that happened, so we will be more responsible. Definitely Mr. Cummins should be one to be more responsible. So if we say we are going to vindicate Mr. Cummins, then what we say is like he being charged to control what you are controlling here now, and then something goes wrong. Definitely the management of the someone like you are asking, my brother, you are the one giving responsibility for anything. Whatever when XYZ continue. So you be the first person for question. So you must vindicate yourself. But in doing so, in vindicating yourself, if there are inconsistency, then people try to question your character.
Let me ask you finally, what does this case mean for the opposition bloc ahead of a major election come 2023? What's the implications?
It is bad, but people are testifying on what you know. But people are testifying on what you know. And people should not think that the elections in 2022 will be decided based on what happens in today. No. The decisions of the 2023 election will be made based on the existing reality. The Liberian people, the pinch of poverty, what it is today, that will be on that decision. Will make that decision on 2022 election. So people speak on the side of their mouth that this is working the power of Mr. Weir because the opposition, they have seen themselves in court. They are making the gravest mistake of their life.
Okay, let me hold you right there. Thank you. Your name again?
My name is James Momo Jaliba.
Jaliba, it was a pleasure having you on our live television.
Thank you so kind.
Well, welcome. If you just joining us, we about wrapping up now, but let me talk to this gentleman who has just joined us. Welcome, how are you today?
Thank you. I'm doing fine.
My name is Theo Williams. What is yours?
I'm Rufus. I'm the Liberian, the resident of District number 12, student of the University.
Ramsey, we I want to get your thought on the ongoing CPP case. I'm sure you've been following all of the proceedings. Today, the Secretary General of the Unity Party, Mo Ali, was on the witness stand testifying. A couple of days ago was the political leader and former Vice President Joe Bwaka also on the witness stand testifying as well. From the way things are going, what's your own take? How do you see it?
Basically, I think something went wrong within the CPP, and I don't want to be too fast to jump the gun.
Okay.
But I think we are interested in knowing the fact, and we encourage, the justice systems as it relates to the legal argument at the civil law court. And we hope that at the end of the day, the fact of being reviewed and principle, and whosoever recoverable, be prosecuted in that way that we're prosecuted.
You think Mr. Cummings did something wrong?
For me, I don't want to be too, judgmental to accuse Cummings of being, a convict, because the court has not come up with a standard ruling. But we hope that, at the end of the day, the fact of being reviewed, and we hope that Cummings can be able to exonerate himself, because the allegation level against him is a brave, allegation that has to do with, forgery, and figuring of the CPP document. So we hope that Cummings can exonerate himself, and today I don't know if they are aware that the legal firm that were going to the country by Cummings came out with an investigative report according to them, and according to them they said Cummings, is being exonerated. Cummings did not commit any crime. According to the investigation, that the monitoring that was done within the CPP field was done at the consent of the four political party leaders according to their internal, investigation. We don't know how was the investigation conducted, as to whether they were able to interact with the three political parties that are jointly accusing Cummings of determining what the film was. But we are not surprised, because we expect such a report, because for Cummings to have hired an investigative, film from abroad, from the British, rather, we expect that Cummings will be exonerated.
Okay.
So for all, we don't get that credence.
Thank you.
What we get credence is an ongoing legal battle. We hope that the process will be transparent, free and fair. And this will demonstrate that the CPP is that they are self-seeking. They do not have a national agenda. They only after, themselves what they can acquire at the disadvantage of the Liberian people. And that's why we are going to canvass to ensure that CPP is not elected into this country. Because if you don't have an agenda that the Liberian people, solely believe in,
thank you.
They are self-seeking group of people, and that's why we are going to ensure that we will get the second term to continue to do well and already for the party.
Thank you, Kruma. Your name again?
Ramsey Smith, the resident of Division number 12, the student of the AMU University.
Ramsey, it's been a pleasure having you on our network. Thank you very kindly. Well, folks, it's been a wonderful interaction here today on Carey Street, downtown Monrovia, folks. When speaking to cross-section of Liberians regarding the ongoing CPP case. Well, we'll do this many times as we can. And so all of you who are following us, continue to follow us, share the video as well. Don't forget, rest assured, we'll always do our best to have you adequately informed. And so I want to leave at this point on behalf of the team, our CEO, Mr. Dennis Jah, who is in the US, Deputy CEO Anthony C, and the rest of the crew at Focus All Liberia. My name is Theo Williams. Thank you ever so much. I'll talk to you again tomorrow at another venue. Thank you so much.